Right then guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about fasting and intermittent fasting, and it's a topic which isn't often spoke about in mainstream fitness, and it's quite frowned upon from mainstream people and society, quite frankly, about skipping breakfast or not having certain meals throughout the day. It's a no-no, isn't it, supposedly, but that's actually not the case, and there's actually a lot of evidence stacking up for the pros and positives of skipping breakfast or going periods of time where you're actually fasting. And I thought this would be a good video as well, because currently right now it's Ramadan for some people and they're actually fasting throughout the whole day. Okay, so fasting doesn't mean just starving yourself, it means having periods of time where you don't eat, basically. So intermittent fasting, for those of you who don't know, is basically a shortened version of like a fasting period. So most people, when you think of fasting, you think about a 24-hour period potentially, or a 12-hour period where you literally aren't eating at all. Intermittent fasting kind of condenses it, so you do say half a day fasting and half a day eating, or 6 to 12 to 16 hours of fasting including sleep, and then eating in that window while you're awake. So there's loads of different ways and methods. In fact, there's a diet called the 5-2, which is also a concept of fasting. So the 5-2 diet, for those of you who don't know, is basically a diet where you have 500 calories on 2 days of the week, and then the other 5 days a week you eat what you want. So you basically go very low calories on 2 days a week, 500 calories, which is not a lot at all, but then you have complete freedom other days. That method creates a calorie deficit by creating a deficit on the weekly basis. So the small low calorie days, the 500 calorie days, make you basically you're in debt to a lot of energy, because obviously 500 calories you burn a lot more than that. So therefore on the end of the week you tend to be still in a negative, so you're in a calorie deficit, and therefore you're still on a weekly average going to be burning body fat. That's why that works. The method I prefer is on a day-to-day basis, or whenever I feel like it, is how I structure it. I will literally just simply push my first meal later into the day. So I'll tend to skip breakfast. Like today, my first meal was at 2 o'clock. It's a bank holiday in England and the UK, so basically we didn't have to go to work. I did actually work though, so my first client today was at 11, and then I had clients all the way till 2, then one at 7. So what I did was I woke up late. I had a lie-in till about 9:30ish, and then what I did was go up straight away, had some water, and then went straight off to work, and then at 2 o'clock I got home, had some food, and then Bob's your uncle. That's what I did. So yeah, so why do I do it? Basically, I'm going to split this video up. So I'm going to do a video on Friday about the pros and cons of it, and more scientific based, and link you to studies and stuff like that. This video is just going to be me telling you why I like doing it and the benefits I get from it, basically, okay, personally. So for me, I don't feel there's no magic benefits to it at all. It's just a method for me of managing my calories throughout the day. So it allows me to basically eat bigger meals, which are more satisfying because I can have more quantities of fat, carbs and protein in those meals. So it gives me more freedom and flexibility, and it allows me to choose the foods I actually want to eat. So say I fancy a bagel or 2 bagels with cheese and brie on, or brie, cheese and chutney on. It's quite a calorific meal, that, because the bagels are calorie dense, the cheese is calorie dense, and so and so. So if I want that, I can have it. It's not like if I'd had, say, half my or most of my allowance, and it gets to say 6 o'clock at night and I'm starving still, or I'm like craving some food, I can actually go out and go and eat it still without having to worry about that, because I fasted and saved calories for that. Now that's the biggest benefit I find, but also it allows me to go out and still have drinks, or go out for restaurants and eat meals. So therefore that allows me to have more of a sustainable lifestyle around my fitness program, because I can progress towards my abs or fitness goals or my lean mass goals while still having a life. Like if I want to go to the cinema, I can still have some popcorn or some pick and mix if I fancy it, because I've saved calories for later in the day. And another massive benefit for me is, like, if I don't have to worry about food in the morning, I can get so much more done. Like, I don't have to worry about cleaning, I have to worry about cooking, etc, etc. I can just have a coffee, have some water, and just get on with my day and get productive in that morning period. And also I like the fact that I have a window of time where my body's just basically empty, and it's like just nice to not feel bloated or have my stomach constantly working or using energy, because when we're digesting we're actually using energy. So that's why you feel lethargic if you have a massive meal, because normally you're burning that much energy, like you are knackered, such as on a Sunday lunch, right? You blow out on a Sunday lunch, everyone knows that feeling. You lay on the chair like, oh my god, like I'm in a food coma. Like that's the feeling you get when you your body's using too much energy to digest, well, it's not using too much, but it uses a lot of energy to digest food. So yeah, that's why I like to have periods of time really where I just don't eat anything. But it's very important to realise I'm still eating, right? This isn't a starvation or a period of time. Fasting isn't a way of just starving yourself to weight loss. It's actually a period where you just eat all your food still, but you just eat it all in a condensed period or a shorter period of time because you prefer eating large meals and having all the meals at once basically, or more calorific meals. But yeah, I'm going to make a much more detailed video on this on Friday regarding the pros and cons and also how I structure myself. I'll probably make that as a third video, how I do it myself, the ins and outs of it, and I'm also going to do a few blog posts on this topic, okay? But I hope that's given you a bit of an introduction to it, and I hope you benefit from this video or get a little bit intrigued to it, because it's a very, very powerful tactic. A lot of my clients have had fantastic results using it, and it's given them loads of freedom when they're using it, when they're on their diet. So we'll talk about it more on Friday, and if you've enjoyed this video and you can't wait to see more, drop it a like, and you can also read more about some of the stuff I've been writing about on my blog at jackwrightfitness.com. Drop it a like, it would really help me out. Like I said, if you benefit from it, it really helps me out. And drop it a subscribe if you haven't already. So that's Jack Wright Fitness, fitness the right way, and I'll catch you Friday.